In the previous video, we created this UI and we made sure that everything in here works. And if I click on this, it is going to tell me that I'm back. So now I need to post the data from those text boxes into my table. Okay. Now, if you see that my table has only one array that it's pulling from, so let's make them two arrays first. So what I need to do is I'll go here, and in here this is my list which will contain the titles. So let me create another array and call it descriptions, and this is going to be another string array. So let me call this first description. Okay, now when I'm creating my cell, let me just do this line. So cell dot text label dot number of lines is equal to 2. Okay, so I need two lines in my cell. If I don't do this, it's not going to allow me to see the second line. And now in my cell content, I will add a new line /n, and then I will also add my description here. So I will get the data from my descriptions array. So descriptions of index path dot row. Okay, and now this error should be gone. So let's just make sure that we are able to put two lines and we have the item and description. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to be able to post new items and new descriptions from the other posting view controller. So I'll just come to my posting view controller and I will re-implement the prepare for Segue. So I'll look for prepare for Segue, and what I need to do here is I will create a destination. So let destination equal to Segue dot destination as, and this is going to be my view controller, so I'm sending data back to my view controller. And then what I need to do is I need to add or append the contents of those text boxes into my arrays. So destination dot list dot append, and I will append to my list whatever I get in my title text box. So it's going to be title text box dot text, and I need to unwrap this, and I will also say dest dot descriptions dot append whatever I get in the description text box. So dot text, and unwrap this. Now if I run this like what I'm doing right now, it's not going to reload the data, so I just need to reload the data on that table. So destination dot my table dot reload data. Okay, and now let me test this out. Okay, so let me try to add something. So let me call this my second item, and then description 2. Let me add it, and then I got it right here. Let me create a third item and call this description 3, and then add this. So I got my items in here in my table. Now the last thing I want to do is I want to be able to delete those descriptions. So right now I'm able to add, but I'm not able to take out anything from this table view. I can click them, nothing happens, and I want to be able to swipe and then delete those. So in the view controller class, which has my table, so I don't need this text right here, but I just needed a method or a function to get back to. So I can just go ahead and take this out, because this is going to just print I'm back whenever I come back right here. So let me have this all in one line to show me that this doesn't have any code actually. You can just leave them in other lines, it wouldn't matter. I need to look for the editing style method from table view. So editing style in table view, this is the one I'm looking for. So table view and then editing style. So this is going to allow me to delete any cell from my table. Okay, so I'll say if my editing style is equal to UI table view dot editing style, this line right here, dot delete. Okay, so if this is the action that I'm doing, if I'm trying to delete, I need to take out that table. So I will go ahead and say for example lists, and then I will say dot remove at, and how do I know my index is basically using the index path. So remove at my index path dot row, and I will also need to remove everything from the descriptions, because if I don't remove from the descriptions, next time it's not going to give me an error, it's going to remove that because I'm relying on the count of the list right here, and it's not going to display that cell. But the description is going to be there, and it's going to mess up every other description that I keep adding. So I'll do the same thing for descriptions. Dot remove at index path dot row. Okay, and let me save this and run it right now. Now keep in mind that this is going to have only the first item because I'm not saving anything to the device, which is going to be the topic of the next video. So let me add something in here. So item 2 and description 2, and then do it like this. So now I can just swipe and say delete, and then I will be able to delete the item. And the reason I had that is I needed to reload. So let me just run it back again and make sure that this was the issue. So let me delete this. Now it's already deleted, but if I try to do this, it is going to give me errors. So what I need to do right here is my table dot reload. The reason is it's deleting, but it's not updating the view, and then I'm trying to delete back again, and that is what's giving me an exception. So now if I do this and delete, it's gone. So I can just go ahead and insert another item. So item number 1 and some description, add this. So item 2 and then description 2, and add this again, item 3 and description 3, and add it. Now I want to delete item 2. It is going to be updated right away. The reason we got the exception before is it's not updating, and you keep seeing it on the UI, but back in the code it's not there, and you try to remove something that's not there, so you're getting an exception. Now again, this should work just fine. If I type in anything here and then any description and I discard it, it's not going to be added. Now one thing that I haven't done is that I need to make sure that there is some text in those fields, okay, to make sure that I keep adding to both arrays. And this is going to be used using a simple if statement, and I'm pretty sure you can do that.